Lately, I've been feeling like every single day it's just me falling through my schedule. It might be a good idea to start thinking about these kind of things. Yeah, it's going to work out, I think. But that's kind of the game plan. Good morning, hi everyone. So today I have this cup of soy cappuccino, and this video is kind of like a day in my life because lately I've been feeling like every single day it's just me falling through my schedule and just going from one lecture to the next and doing my tutoring, doing my meals, doing my laundry. It's always like I have the schedule and then I just follow through, which by itself is a good thing in some sense, because having this kind of stability is really a privilege in a sense, and I'm really grateful that I have this kind of stability. But in a sense, sometimes it kind of makes me forget like all those small things in each day. So what I thought I might do today is just kind of document my day and see how it goes, and just have this kind of document with all of you, so that I always have this place to come back to in the future if I feel like my days are going kind of boring and not really eventful. And if you kind of rated this as well, do comment below in the comments, and I'm quite curious to hear if anyone shares this kind of feeling like I do. And so let's get into my day. So usually the first thing that I do in the morning is just checking my mail, which happens to be empty today, which is kind of a good thing. But yeah. So lately I've been kind of researching my postgraduate pathway. Now I'm only in my second year, but I think it might be a good idea to just start thinking about these kind of things and start preparing for it, because recently I've been applying to some summer placement, and so I feel like it's kind of a natural step to think about what I want to do in the future. I've been kind of debating between like a sort of a research-based master versus a taught master. Now the thing I think generally is, I do want to go into research in the future, so from that I think naturally doing a research master is kind of natural. But then I feel like, because especially in theoretical physics or even applied maths, I feel like personally I'm kind of in that kind of session opposed to more experimental based. So there's a lot of theory that I do have to learn and a lot of maths that I have to learn. So I'm not quite sure after finishing my bachelor's I will have all those maths that I need. And so sometimes I do know that theorists like myself do tend to go into kind of like a taught master in, say, Cambridge with their Master of Advanced Study, MSAT, M-A-S-T, or however you pronounce it, as opposed to like a MRAS, so Master by Research, or an MPhil, which is a Master of Philosophy. So MPhil is kind of like a Doctor of Philosophy, so like a PhD, but just kind of like a 1 year, kind of like a miniature sized PhD. But then I'm not really sure, because I feel like to do any kind of research in theoretical or even applied maths, you do need those theory taught in those taught master. But again, since it's in Cambridge or even Oxford or Cambridge, you need really high grade. And from what I've realized from the research that I've been doing on Google and just searching on the web, I noticed that there's this like Reddit page that I found, and people are getting like 95% on their coursework on average, which definitely isn't exactly what I've been getting so far. So I do have to log in and just get my grade up. So that's why. So me and my boyfriend are going to have pizza tonight, and just now we're just kind of discussing what we want to do with the plan. So basically, I think the plan is I'm going to order pizza at like 5:30 p.m. and his lecture finish at 6. and then we're gonna meet up. And also I'm gonna go to the dining hall to get vegetables, because it's just crazy what a pizza place, they're charging like £1.30 for like one corn, which is kind of crazy. But I've meal credit for the dining hall anyway, so I'm gonna go there to get my vegetable, and then we're gonna meet up and have the pizza tonight, which is kind of exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. But it's just kind of been a thing of just planning really carefully so that I don't miss the order. But then I think the plan is, if the pizza are arriving earlier than I thought it might, then I'm going to make my boyfriend to help me pick it up, and I'm going to send him the code, and yeah, it's going to work out, I think. But that's kind of the game plan, kind of randomly, I guess. Oh, and the problem sheet for today's lab just came up. So for those who are new to this channel, basically every Thursday I've scientific computing lab, and basically it's kind of like a Python lab, and I do Python problem sheets on different kind of topics. And this week's topic seems to be ordinary differential equation, so I just had a look at the problem sheet. So this is the problem sheet, and it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I think today should be fine, and I'm just going into the lab and get it done, then I will come back. So yeah, this is my outfit of the day. I think I really like this sweater because, I don't know, it feels really comfortable, and I kind of like the color. And so yeah, I'm going to go to lab now, and I guess I'll see you in a bit. Bye. So I just came back from lab, and I got a bit of snacks. So basically I have a lemon tart and a pineapple, and this is all for £5.50 with 50p off the box. So it's actually just it'd be £5. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit expensive, but as a customer we always think everything is expensive, right? So I don't know, let me know in the comment if you think it's. So I'm dropping in with my dad, and say hi.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, I just had some rest, and now I'm going to probably do some work for the channel. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to see more content like this. But anyway, I think I'm going to record some reels, and then maybe do some studying, and also I have to do some tutorial prep, because I don't know if you have seen my other videos, but basically I do have some tutoring students, and so usually what I do is kind of prepare them like a problem sheet or like a tutorial sheet, and then we just let them do it, and then I'm gonna go through the questions. But basically, yeah, I have to get that done because I have a session tomorrow, and yeah. So in fact, I just got a message from my tutoring student, and they have done a problem sheet, and they just sent me like what they did, and I'm kind of marking it. Let me just show you. So yeah, it's kind of standard, but notice how I'm saying sure working. I think I'm kind of becoming those marker who I used to hate by saying sure working, but yeah. Hello. So I just finished dinner and came back. Dinner was really fun, and I mean the pizza wasn't like the best, but I think it's quite affordable. It was like £15, but we're eating between 2 person, and it's really filling, and so I'm really stuffed right now. But yeah, it was a good dinner, and so I think this is a good place to say bye, because tonight I'm just going to do some more editing, And yeah, this is kind of a day in my life, and maybe it turns out it wasn't as boring as I thought it might be. And my day is, you know, there's all these like tiny things that spread across the day, which makes it kind of unique every single day, even though I follow through a routine. So yeah, I guess this is kind of a wake-up call for people who feel stuck in your life, or just feeling like you're stuck in a schedule. Maybe if you start to look through, you might find things that are actually kind of interesting. So yeah, this is the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I did making it. And if you like this kind of content, do subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.